Hey, that's the sound that says we're starting.
Yeah, you can start. It's okay. No. Wow. We have extra noises today. You know, I find it amazing that Mark actually is a full-time DJ on his off time, and yet he's always off with his noises. So I don't get it.
Well, that's why he's working here. He's not a good.
Oh, you're wow, Andrew. And
Never said
Andrew
a
was
good
the
DJ.
main reason I should be censored. So you know what? That is amazing. The insults are already flying, and it is starting.
For the people that want to know who said the censorship should happen.
Yeah, this guy. This guy. Yeah, he said I should be replaced by an AI cock. I don't know what that is. Maybe you can explain to people what that is.
That's not what I said. I just said you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say rape in the first 5 seconds.
you just said it.
I don't say rape. I said an anal gangbang.
I will.
This is different.
Bring out the footage that I cut.
Okay, but listen, anal gangbangs and anal rape are two different things. We do not condone. Wait,
You said
I don't know the word. So we do not approve of anything that involves any acts of sexual nature that are not
Consensual?
Consensual. There you go.
Consensual. Sodomy?
Yeah. No, sodomy is consensual. I mean, girls like taking an ass. It's not a bad thing.
You're just going to get them all in the first 5 minutes?
no.
All the cocks in the same ass? I mean, that's been done before. It's not impossible. I'm saying it's just...
May I explain my position?
Okay, yeah, please. Go ahead.
I got a video of the new GT3 touring,
Okay.
and you said in the first 50 seconds 4 times that Porsche ass raped its customers.
Well, that in that context, it would be accurate. I
Yes, and all I was saying was that YouTube hears that, and they will reduce that reach.
They don't like
And then when I cut it out, the video got 1.6x our normal viewership.
mean, look at that, people. See,
So-
that's why he's here, to make sure that I don't talk about brands ass raping other brands.
This is like when you fuck up and management comes down to sit with you guys.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did
Yeah,
you
like
really
I have any
mean
control
to
over
say
him.
this?
Everything
He'll be like, how would you word that differently in the next context of the conversation? I would have been like, you know what? Porsche has done it very wrong by its loyal customers.
that's a good one.
Yes.
See?
And then Andrew writes it down. He goes, that's
And
it.
it maintains
much
the
more-
opinion.
but it's so much more honest to be like it's ass raping its customers.
He knew he was going to do it again.
Yeah.
Anyways, so in today's Anal Gangbang episode 30 is live 30 times. Yes, thank you for, again, the sound effects. Yeah.
He's on fire today.
Yeah, he's really like, he's in a fucking mood today.
You got that extra coffee.
Yeah,
He's
he
going.
got extra shots and he's ready to go. This one's got a straw now so she can, drink. Yeah. I don't think she fucking had it with her. Actually.
Shit, it actually.
Yeah.
This is great. Oh, man.
Anyways, so episode 30, lots of shit going on in the world. Lots of shit going on for us too. A lot of things happened this weekend. We had a great event.
Great event.
Great event.
Big event. Lots of people.
Lots of people, crowned a lot of people, 100K, 250, 500 $1 million club members, which is a big deal. I've become so jaded to this shit. It's the same as buying another car.
Yeah.
I just don't give a fuck anymore because we've made so many people rich over the years that it's like, it's good. I mean, listen, that's the whole point of our programs is they're probably one of the very few programs on the internet that actually fucking works. But it's just amazing to see these kids doing so well. But I feel so like jaded by like giving these awards because we used to give out like 100K award a year. Now we're giving out like 3 a week. So when they come here, there's like 50 people getting awards. And I'm like, okay, like... I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
To find a new level to ascend people to.
Yeah, I feel like since I've earned my like title of I Create Millionaire now, like I feel like
Well, I mean, you're just telling the truth.
I can't really say I create billionaires because I fucking haven't done that shit for myself. So like it ain't gonna happen. But maybe I should buy properties from Grant Cardone for $5,000
in Afghanistan. Where are you getting that?
4 units for 100 grand.
Where are you getting that?
My man's in Afghanistan on Zillow. Anyway, so interesting amount of stuff to go through. Weekend was really good, so congrats again to all the guys that joined us and won their awards and are part of Watch Trading Academy. For anyone watching this shit who doesn't understand what we do, we teach people how to trade alternative assets, cars, watches, art, handbags, everything in between. We've done it for 20 years, and our watch trading program that teaches you how to create income through watches is on fire. Lots of success stories, and people are killing it regardless that they have any knowledge or not. So if you have $1,500, access to a computer or post office, just go to the link in my bio on Instagram and just buy watches and start making money. Really simple. Lots of new cars in. Valentine's Day is over. I had to top buying my wife a house last year, so I couldn't do it. So I bought her a pink Urus instead. It's actually factory paint.
Factory pink.
Factory paint, only one ever made. Barbie pink.
How'd you swing that one?
I don't really know. I was trying to buy her a Cullinan, and I kept striking out on my deals, and it wasn't working out. And then I was like, well, Cullies are about to drop, and I like money as much as I like anal. So I was like...
Nice.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Good timing. He's getting down to his thing on the 30th episode. So I basically found this, and I thought that was really unique, something exciting. They made one Revuelto in this color and one Urus Performante.
So you're going to get the Revuelto?
Everybody thinks it's a wrap. It's really interesting.
Because you don't see cars that color from factory. So I would have assumed
like most people think it's a wrap. So like a lot of people were like, hey, there's all these guys, the two other scammers, what's his the guy that got repoed?
Ethan?
The giraffe. No.
Oh, Vincent Fisher.
Yeah, the giraffe and Ethan also bought one of these. Well, they'll probably get repoed too soon, but
you got to make payments on them.
Yeah, what I'm saying, but they're also all wraps. So this is the thing. So it's just poverty people.
They give it bad names as people are doing it for real.
Yeah. So since my wife got that, I got myself a cool car too. So it's I posted online that this was a 101. And everybody's like, they made more than one volcano orange car. And I was like, okay, tell me you're poor and stupid without telling me you're poor and stupid by commenting on a guy's car collection without knowing anything about it. So this is called Volcano Corso, which is a 101 variation of Volcano Orange. It was actually featured in the show Billions. And significantly, it has a lot of press behind this car. And I just ended up putting HREs on it. And it's actually the healthiest driving P1 I've ever driven. I drove it for the first time this morning when I went to put HREs on.
Elaborate what you mean by that.
Every P1 I've ever owned have been total pieces of shit. They rattle, they make noises, they just don't behave healthy. Like they feel like something's not working properly. But like driving this car felt better than the Senna, which was very weird because the Senna usually drives better than a P1. And so I was impressed. I was like, oh, maybe I just had a bunch of shit boxes. But the problem is, if I've bought and sold 5 of these, I had one that I owned for a couple of months, and then the other ones were flips. So this one I bought for a couple of months. I'm going to flip it hopefully like in a year or so. But the point is, like, if I have like a total of 5 cars and 4 of them were fucked up, well, that tells you they just they built a shitty fucking product. If only 1 out of 5 is decent, and the other 4 fucked up. So this thing came with a warranty, got 3,000 miles. Let's see what it does by the end of the season. But these cars should be like easily $3.5 million cars, especially with the W1 coming out soon, which was going to be probably a $3.5 million car.
Still not impressed
to market.
At all.
I mean, I think in person it's going to be different because of the gull wings.
I mean,
will look interesting. I've seen it in person too, but I think that once, what I say is whenever we see launch cars, they always total shit.
Yeah.
But then when we see these like super cool, like super fucking cool variations, like some of those like some crazy color, like crazy Tron thing, we get like a way better like idea of like how cool the car is. And it's like, look at all the Valhallas, like all these fucking cars, they have fucking people with lack of creativity, like green.
British Racing Green.
It's like, I should do green on 10, green on black. Let's do all black instead of carbon. Like I want to save $500,000. Fucking, like I swear to God, like people are morons, but
well, we knew that.
Bottom line, like you don't have to fucking spec your car green because it's from the UK. You can fucking get creative with a color palette or buy a box of crayons or some shit. And once you see my Valhallas that come, you're gonna be like, holy shit! Like, everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? And I didn't even go that far off to do something too crazy.
Just something a little bit off the beaten path.
That just gets like that makes the car really pop. But people have no creativity. Zero creativity.
Creativity is not really a thing.
Terrible.
Have you noticed the inverse PJ with this podcast and his cars? He railed on Ferrari, called them pieces of shit, and then he got the A12 comp. And then 2 episodes ago, he said that the P1 was a big piece of shit.
I still believe that.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that you don't believe
2 things
it's
can be
just funny
true.
that you say it, and then the car arrives anyway.
2 things can be true.
2 things can be true.
2 things can be true. How do we relate that to anal and hot chicks?
Yes.
Okay. Yes is a good statement. Okay.
Yeah,
anyways, poor Andrew's just looking at me with his eyes like, you fucking piece of shit. You're gonna say that. So I still believe P1s are pieces of shit, generally.
But
compared to the 918
okay.
and the LaFerrari, I think they're the worst of the trilogy. Like the McLaren SLR was the worst of the trilogy during that.
It was such a funky car. Like
it just
it
didn't
was
make
just
sense.
weird. Yeah, it was a weird. It's huge.
But I will tell you, the P1 is incredibly good looking.
Yeah, it is. It was a lot smaller than I thought.
It is incredibly good looking though. Like it's very, even its design aged very, very well.
Yeah, very
and the
nice.
more I see, the less I see 650s and 675s on the road now that we're in the 700 series cars, the more these cars start to become appealing in design and like, again, brings you back to what we're missing out on. So
well, it was the first really big one by them.
yeah, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's a good looking car. I mean, again, do I think it's unbelievable? Fuck no.
Maybe not.
Great. Same with, I don't think 812 Comp is unbelievable. I think it's a total piece of shit. I've always said the Pista was a great car. Like, great driving car. I've had like 3 of them so far, and I loved owning every one of them. I love
that
driving
Wagon you
them.
have is
Yeah, that's the Spider. It's
Wow,
like,
good.
cool, but I wouldn't like, I would own a Pista Spider. I would not own an 812 Comp from a driver standpoint, but from a money standpoint, it's cool. And it's good looking, but that's about it. Anyways, so have you guys noticed how bad the economy's getting?
It seems to be like a run. I would say a running gag on this show, but it's just a running gag in life that it just continues to take a swan dive off of whatever cliff it's on right now, and it's not. Doesn't seem like it's getting any better.
I saw a report that the 1% is now fully in control of the 99% wealth-wise, and that means that basically there's no more middle class at all. It used to be a 7% gap between the top 1% and the bottom, 99% basically being that 7% in between that was like on its way to becoming wealthy, and that's now dissipated entirely over the last 3 years. So I find that very interesting because we've been talking on the show continuously about the middle class disappearing, and a lot of people don't. We say these things very lightly. We say, "Oh, the middle class is disappearing. The middle class is gone. The middle class is doing this." But I really don't think people really comprehend the larger effect of the middle class being gone on the larger scale of the next 10 years, not of the next 10 weeks. So like these statements are very, like, it's like saying this. If we say we hit hyperinflation, people are like, oh, well, it doesn't seem that bad. It's expensive now. But that's because they haven't seen what that looks like until it actually happens. Yeah. And it happens like 6 months later when they can't even afford to walk in Whole Foods. So what I'm saying is like these little things people aren't paying attention to this. I don't think they give a shit, but I don't think they understand what it means. In retrospect, think about it this way. If you had a ladder and you were climbing to go up on your ceiling, right, or on your roof in your house, imagine a ladder and you're just going up. That's the normal process from the bottom poverty class to the wealth class. Mm-hmm. And at the top of the ladder, right, you would be missing maybe 1 or 2 steps. So you would have to have an extra effort or more risk to get to the final stage of the roof.
Correct.
But what we're talking about now is the middle of the ladder, not even the absolute top of it, is missing 7 steps. Which means you basically have to be a fucking acrobat to be able to fucking maneuver your way to the roof, or you have to figure out other ways because there is just no physical capacity unless you're just the strongest guy in the world to basically be able to skip 7 steps on a ladder without any very crazy skills. And the reason I say this is because this is what it comes down to when you remove the middle class. You don't have a path to wealth. What you have is tricks to wealth, which means that you have people who are very, very hyper talented or hyper capable, doing okay, and still they're still going to get rich. But the average person can't grow closer to wealth 1 step at a time because there's 7 steps missing. So they're always behind. And they basically get dead shut. And the problem with taking out the 7 steps in the middle of the ladder instead of at the very top having 2 to 3 steps missing is that the quality of life at the bottom of the ladder is fucking terrible. Yeah. Terrible. And then the quality of life at the top of the ladder is everything. Yeah. Who gives a shit? Everything's great, whatever. So when you're removing just 2 steps at the top, well, you got people that are doing well and they're participating in society. They're getting the benefits of society. And then they're saying, I can't go to the very top. Like, I'm basically stuck. I can't go there. But you really don't have the people sitting in the middle anymore where they're like, well, life is good. It's not great, but it's good. And we can participate. And this starts to ripple effect everywhere, from schools to neighborhoods, to the types of shopping centers that open and where they open, to the type of food places available, to crime levels. And all of this shit does not happen within 30 days of like these stats coming out. They happen within like 7 to 10 years. But they take 20 fucking years to undo. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at like basically the middle class being gone, you're looking at a fucking disaster tsunami coming in like 10 months. I'm sorry, in 10 years, where you're going to see the effects visually of this in the streets, meaning in the neighborhoods you drive in the way neighborhoods are closed off, in the way restaurants don't allow certain people or are super expensive. And the cost basis of things gets so expensive because they have such less demand for it because there's no middle people. You know, like middle class usually eats at good restaurants and things like that. Even if it's not habitually eating at these restaurants, they still eat at those restaurants. But they also network with people that are wealthier and things like that. When you're not in the middle class, how many fucking rich people are networking with broke ass people?
Yeah.
None. Doesn't happen. So there's no momentum to ever aspiring to get bigger. And if you throw all the poor people out of the rich neighborhoods, well, they don't ever aspire for anything either. So fine, like taxes do that already. But in addition to that, you're now openly throwing them out, saying like, hey, there's no way you can even fucking afford to live even in this city. So this is how you make, like, you take certain states, making them super fucking rich, and then you take other states and make them super fucking poor, and then you start to see the collapse of institution because the only two institutions left is institutions that work for rich people and the police that works for poor people. Basically, it's like controlling the poor people while letting these institutions work their magic for rich people. I mean, we see this in healthcare now. Rising cost of healthcare 3 times what it was before. Dude, my insurance is $5,000.
That's insane.
For a family of 4. Like $5,000 fucking dollars a month. That's $60,000 a year. If you take that in taxable, it's like you have to make $70,000 a year just to afford like good insurance in fucking Florida for a family of 4. Like, that's not sustained. That's not fucking normal.
Absolutely.
Like, that's not. Now, we blame Obamacare for this shit, so it's not a political thing. It's not a Trump thing. But this is a real fucking problem. Like, because they don't have alternatives, they don't have better laws, they don't have better policies, this is the type of shit we deal with here. Look at the institution of, when we look at the institution of justice, no one's being held accountable for fucking anything on the upper money, right? No one, like zero. Like, no one's getting arrested for the Epstein files. No one's getting arrested for shit. Half the people are paying their way out of jail. Like, again, like, fine. Like, if that's the game, then how do you expect normal people to fucking take that shit seriously and be like, oh, well, yeah, let me call the cops for help? Like, no, it's like, you're going to call the cops, they're going to turn on me. So you're losing, again, that banks, right? Like, look at the offerings that banks have. They're slowly going away from offering all this free shit to people. And they're like, yeah, I just don't want those loans anymore. I want the good stuff. And rates aren't really like dropping, even though they want to drop the rates. Banks are like, hey, looking at the yield in long term, it's not helping us. So you look at all of these institutions, and what you notice happening in America, which is really like becoming a larger issue, is you start seeing monopolies rise. You start seeing authoritarianism like just rise across the board, like
quickly.
Yeah, quickly, like very quickly. You're starting to see the diminishing of all the institutions. People don't believe in doctors. They don't believe in lawyers. They don't believe in police officers. Nobody believes anybody anymore. And we blame the news for that shit because the news fucking just peddles fucking garbage all day, all night without any fucking, like, with no agenda, my ass, you know? Like, so all these things are happening, and we're going to war with 5 fucking countries at the same time while starting a cartel war in Mexico. Again, like, this is a nonstop, like, chaotic concept. And yeah, I don't know that it's just New World Order. I think it's more than that. I think it's changing. I've said this before. I think one thing that we're not paying attention to that people are rising up to, and it's going to do 2 things. It's either going to push people all the way down or it's going to force them to level the fuck up. But they don't got a choice anymore because no one is coming to save your ass. The midterms won't save your ass. The next election won't save your ass. The next governor won't save your ass. At the end of the day, the more you are realizing that you have relied on others to come and do something for you, the longer you will be disappointed and the more it will cost you and your family to sit around and wait. And the only option you have is to get off your ass and figure out that conventional methodology no longer works in this society. It's just, you no longer are expected to go to school to find success. Like, it does no longer guarantee success on any level. Becoming a doctor no longer guarantees you're rich. Becoming a lawyer no longer guarantees you're rich. The professions have changed. AI is shaping the world of the online marketing very differently. So all those guys that were grifting by with their fucking Bitcoin and shit, that's over. So all this shit is basically, I'm not saying that there isn't money to be made. I'm saying that what is relevant is done. And now there's all this new shit that's becoming relevant. And either people are going to adapt or they're going to die. Like, basically, and when I say they're going to die, I mean, there are things worse than death. And that's watching your loved ones not have access to healthcare, watching your friends and family not being able to eat, or things cost. We don't trust anything in this country, just to be clear. Like, we don't trust the news. We don't trust the supermarket. We don't trust the food people. We don't trust the healthcare people. We don't trust anybody. So like, we're turning into from a society into tribes. Basically, like, 5 people get together and they're like, this is our tribe. So, like, you want to join it? What do you bring? You know, like the old days. You're like, oh, I can sew stuff. Oh, okay, I can cook. Oh, I can hunt. Whatever the fuck it was. And people are coming together and like, oh, this is our tribe. And this is basically the only way we survive is if we're a tribe. But I find this incredibly primitive. I mean, the UK is fucking going to shit. The US is fucking, going towards a civil war. And all of this shit is happening. Institutions are just completely fucking lost. And even this shit with the tariffs, you guys saw that, like...
Yeah, so the Supreme Court said that what he did was illegal.
Yeah, thank fucking God.
Like,
and then he doubled down and fucking did it worse. So.
And doubled down again, because first he said 10% sweeping across the board, and then he came back later, he's like, you know what? 15. And it's like...
Yeah, and I just don't understand that, because, like, in my head, I go, okay, so you had 6 wins by the Supreme Court, and you were all like, oh, I love these guys. And as soon as they're like, hey, the shit you're doing is illegal, oh, fucking, they're all disgrace this fucking country. Like, you can't have it both ways, right? And the problem is that the thing is, he had many chances to be the most, like, transitionally powerful and exciting president people had. But they just chose to fucking piss on this shit.
The grift.
Yeah, beyond grift. So I find that very sad. But I think hopefully people are realizing now that the time thing is coming to an end, guys. If you were in the middle class, waiting for your big hit, and you didn't fucking do anything all these years because you were comfortable, then shit's about to hit the fan. And it's already hit the fan. And from a cost standpoint, I mean, like, you have to understand that, like, the index of exotic cars going up is not even a fucking bubble at this point. It's just the cost of cash and the lack of supply. This is a big indicator of things to come in the rest of the economy. Meaning, like, luxury goods always move at a pace before the economy, and then the generic economy works after. So it's always like saying, like, rich people always take their bets in stocks before the storms, and then the storms happen and the regular people get fucked. Right? Same thing with Bitcoin. Who sells out and then everything collapses for everybody else.
That
Same with
continues to tank.
Anything, gold and everything else. So, institution always buys first, makes the most money. People buy next, and so on and so forth. Same thing with everything. And this is a very, very, very bad storm coming financially, and it looks very dangerous for a lot of people. And I feel bad for them. Listen, I feel bad for them because we've tried to warn them, and they just don't fucking listen. I mean, at some point, you got to take self-accountability and look in a mirror and realize why shit's hit the fan. And it's not because of an economy, a person, a president, a governor. It's because of you.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's simply because of you. You have every tool when things are good to do better. And when things are good, you don't do shit. So when things get bad, you complain that they're terrible. And then you hope that the next guy will come and fix it for you so that hopefully things can get better so you can go back to doing nothing instead of learning your lesson and doing it fucking better the second time. It's like the cycles keep coming and going and people never fucking pay attention, Like, it's just very sad. Very, very sad. Anyway, sorry for the earfuck.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, we should have really talked about something more sexual. It would have been more fun.
But you filled the first 5 minutes with all the words. You used your whole allotment of words in the first 5 minutes.
Okay, the whole lot.
You had a certain amount. You even went over.
Okay, was it HR approved or not?
You're good.
Okay.
HR sitting in the podcast is great.
The nanosecond this business gets HR.
That's what the title should have been. HR sits in with us.
I love that.
Okay.
Yes,
wow. So you really got your whole family to show up.
And they're talking too. They have. You want to go over a couple of things that they said?
Sure. What are they saying?
So we got. There are two economies right now. Asset owners are getting richer from all-time highs. Wage earners are fighting inflation. The difference isn't luck; it's ownership. Kind of.
Yeah, it's what I've said for years. Yeah, if you don't own shit, you're fucked. Yeah.
PJ is Andrew Tate before there was an Andrew Tate, spitting non-biased facts without trying to say some attention-grabbing, untrue shit just to make people listen to him. He tells it how it is. Okay, cool.
Well, that's sweet. I'm half the size of Andrew Tate, though. But since he got beat by a guy from Love Island, I don't know. The boxing thing may or may not be. Why are you laughing? Yeah, like, my jokes always hit home in fucking Guatemala, but they don't hit over there in America.
Someone made a comment, it's only going to get worse, almost how racism was, but on a wealth level. I mean,
yeah, but it's already, that's always been the case. I don't think there's anything new there. I mean, the world's always been racist. But you know what I've always said, it's been racist towards poor people.
More than anything else.
Correct. It has never been racist behind like, oh, the guy's black.
No, it's a money thing.
It's classist. Yeah. So they're people with money that are white are racist towards people that are basically poor that are different colors because that's what they associate with poverty more because they don't have class and etiquette and don't fucking fit into society to basically participate in it. And listen, this is very fucking painful, but it's reality. Like, we've talked about this 100 times. Like, there are people that come to this country evading and wanting to get away from the oppression of the religion they force on them in their country, right? And they come here and they peddle that shit here as if it's like, oh, it's just a continuation of what I was doing there. It's like, you came here for fucking freedom, then behave like fucking freedom. It's really simple. Like,
when in Rome, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, you don't have to peddle this shit here. This is what made the UK fall. You know, it's like, there is nothing wrong with saying, I don't like a country I live in and I don't like the way I'm treated or I don't like the options that are there. So I'm going to go somewhere else and for a better future. Every immigrant should have a chance to do that somewhere. But they should also respect the rules of the house they're coming into instead of trying to change them and make the rules basically fit to them. If you come to my house and you say, hey, I'm just going to come hang out at your house for the weekend, it's great. And if you extend your stay, right, with authorization, you say, I'm going to extend my stay for 2 years. Also cool. Maybe. Depends on the person, right? Like, that's what immigration is. But then at the end of it, did you provide value to my household or did you try to brainwash my kids to thinking something else? You know, like, did you come in and say, hey, this was his house. He's offering us shelter. He's offering us food. He's offering us opportunity. You know what? What do you need support from us for to make sure this fort becomes stronger and better? Not, how do we make it more like my home so I'm more comfortable fucking here too? And that's the thing. Like, before you earn your right, you want to change the fucking household, you know, and that's the problem with why people are so pissed at fucking everybody else.
There was a president, I want to say it was FDR, but I'm probably wrong. And he had a great quote about immigration that was basically, anybody's welcome here, but you have to come here and want to be an American. You can be an Iranian American, which is Spanish American, whatever, but you have to accept that America is the way that it is and be American first.
But I think we've lost that.
100%.
You know, when I migrated to this country, I was so petrified when I was on a green card to even making a fucking mistake. Mm-hmm. I was so petrified back then. I was like, I can't speed. I can't fucking do. I'm a guest here. I don't cause problems for other people. You know, like, and I would be petrified even as a child. I was like, oh, I can't get in a fight in school. I can't cause another person that is like a real person that's a citizen here, like pain or anything else, because I'm not going to be welcome here. It's like I'm in someone else's house. But like, fucking these new people don't feel this shit. You know, they come in here, they drive without licenses, they drive 3 times the speed limit, they hit 10 people, and then they go sue your ass as if like, oh, they're not, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Do you think
it's terrible?
Do you think that how society has changed and evolved? Do you think the kind of immigration has changed as well? Because what you just said is how I grew up with, like, my age of immigrants. Like, there was a fear of, we're guests in this.
Look, there's two things about fucking immigration generally. No one wants to fucking fix it. Because if you genuinely want to fix immigration, you're not fixing the border. You're not fixing ICE. What you're fixing is a fucked up process that for 30 fucking years, of 50 years, has been backlogged, fucked, and completely unusable. Like, you can't say, we're going to take people, kick them out of the country, but what about the people waiting there who are active, legal, trying, and they can't even get processed correctly. So you're putting those guys in a queue for 10 fucking years, even though they have value, they're bringing stuff to the table. So you're not fixing that, but you're fixing, I'm going to go in line, and the guys that are waiting in line, if you're far in the back of the line because you just got here, I'm going to throw your ass out. And it's like, well, that's not fucking helping anybody. Like, that's not doing anything. The only way you can fix the problem is if you naturalize or help bring a system that's faster, better, et cetera. That's where the investment needs to be, in the system. And you're faster at also throwing out the bad apples, the guys that come in and apply.
Because you process them, bro.
And you go, listen, you're not a fit here. Like, get the fuck out. You're getting on a plane, you're getting the fuck out. You're not going to commit crimes here and piss off. But like rounding them up when they've been here 30 fucking years in the country, doing their thing correctly, paying taxes, participating. There's someone's, they have kids here, the citizens and shit. I get it. Look, there's this stupid fucking thing about like people are saying like, oh yeah, it's about, being here legally is a crime. But listen, like the guys that are adhering to the policies, that don't take in your fucking food stamps, your tax dollars and anything, they're not your fucking problem. You're not out of space to live at. Like it's not like we're that bad.
You don't want to live where they live.
We don't have an overpopulation issue, Like so you have these larger issues which are racist in nature because the guys are throwing out are the poor people, and they're throwing out the poor people. And I get it. Like I understand the part where it's just easy to stand behind and be like, oh, like you're out. But if you don't fix the system, you genuinely don't give a fuck about immigration. You only care about the optics of immigration. Look, we put soldiers in front of the border. Look, we got this guy out of the fucking country and he had a crime list. Well, they're fucking U.S. citizens that have fucking crime lists. There are people that are here that have terrible crime. Well, why don't you go to the prisons and throw all those guys we're paying for fucking out of here? Like, send them back to their country. Like, make them free in their own country. It's not your problem. So all of these things are just fucking like problems, and they're just not, doing anything with it. So I think that's the larger issue. But the racism has always been against the money. It has never been. Even when you see black people being racist around black people, that's because of money.
So
maybe the fox needs to take
Well, someone did say, what's the deal with the fox?
Do you need to pee or not? Yes?
She's got to pee.
You got to pee? You got to get out?
She's been drinking through that straw all fucking
She's been pounding that thing down.
The coffee? Okay, so you go take a break and we'll just keep
I think they'd like if you went and took a break.
Everyone's interested in seeing the fox. What the hell is that?
Mark's going to move
the camera. This is crazy. Anyways. This is so stupid.
So we're lasting what, one episode on YouTube?
Anyways,
we're gonna last one episode on YouTube.
Anyways, so clown show.
The clown show, your favorite people.
You ever remember something by Matt TV called Lower Expectations?
I remember.
Do you remember that? It was like a dating show where like really ugly, like retarded people came on, and they would be like, "Hi, my name is Jessica," and I'm like,
so good.
Retarded or this and that, and it was like Lower Expectations.
That's good.
Yeah. So, anyways, point made. We need more lower expectation issues.
Oh, that's good. You can never make that show today.
I don't know, maybe, but that's how I feel every time we do the clown show. I always feel like we're talking about those people. But anyways, the first, who's the first?
Larry Wheels.
Larry Wheels.
Larry Wheels.
I didn't even know who that one. I love this guy. This
John Bro.
He's
This is Larry Wheels.
He's very, very.
He's the guy talking about Larry Wheels.
Who is Larry Wheels? I don't even know anything about him. He's a bodybuilder of some sort. I know he hangs out with Wes Watson or something that makes him automatically. Anyone that hangs out with Wes Watson has no credibility.
American French power lifter.
Yeah, so he's a workout guy.
Influencer, IFBB Pro League, so he competes in bodybuilding and stuff.
So apparently he's John Bravo's like...
New target?
Yeah, new target.
John Bravo.
Is it fucking Wes Watson's picture?
John Bravo's about to make a bunch of money off him.
So I don't understand these guys. And this man purse shit, I don't understand. Why do people wear this shit? Why?
I was giving like so much shit for that.
Fucking Sandbach wears this shit. He always walks around with his little fucking man purse. It's super gay.
But he holds it in his hand.
I know, but it's still gay. I don't care if it's on your shoulder. Like what is these? What is these fanny packs and shit? Why do men do that?
I don't know.
I mean, I wear one every day.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's gay.
Okay, that's gay.
It's super gay. Anyways, it's super gay. So this guy, I'm sure we'll see a lot of him on Baller Bros. Is Baller Bros even back?
No, they're not back yet. I check every day.
For good? Like, I don't know.
I think they'll come back. Last time they were gone for like 2 months.
Okay.
But I think they'll come back.
It's sad though. I feel like Baller Buster is
They're doing good work.
Yeah, it's the Lord's work. You know?
I was going to say that, but yeah, they're doing the Lord's work. And it's just it's the same set of idiots that have a team of people that, they have a team of people that continue to report them.
I'll tell you too, there are still insiders at Instagram that you can pay to take accounts down. So they very well could have found one of their friends and said, "Hey, here's 10 grand. Make sure this account's banned." And then the severity of the ban determines how many hoops that they
You have to
run
jump
through
in to
to
get back. Okay.
We've been through that.
I get it. It's terrible. Anyway, so the other retard, what's his name?
Clavicular?
First off, I don't know what the fuck that kind of name is that. Isn't that the kid that was telling other kids to do meth or something for better looks?
Yeah, he's just all about looks maxing. So like,
I don't even know what the fuck look maxing
so like
is.
make your jaw super pronounced and like have the really crazy cheekbones and you got to look like the Chad photo meme gif thing.
Don't just be
Apparently
handsome. Be
he's
as
going to
handsome as
jail
possible.
What do you mean be handsome? That's
That's what I'm saying. That's what looks maxing is.
yeah, but I think they're taking it to a different level.
As
Do you like
handsome as you
people
can.
who have large jaws? Oh, she does.
You like the chiseled jaw with the high cheekbone? She likes the Chad look.
You like people with big ears?
Yeah.
No.
No, that's a little
That's interesting.
That's a little prejudice considering you have big ears.
Yeah. Just weird.
I hope they heard that.
Anyways,
So he got arrested. He's facing 10 years in prison.
What was the exact charge?
The charges are felony possession of prescription-only pills and fake IDs.
oh, look at that. Good. He got banned from Miami with the other guys when he was hanging out with Andrew Tate and stuff. And he had another video where he was trying to get back in a Grotman club or something.
You didn't see the club video with all of them
Yeah, all
singing
the
the
girls-
Kanye song?
Yeah, but I'm saying afterwards, he
yeah.
went and hanged out with Grotman, and I think he thought he was clear. And he was all like, great. And then he tried to get back in a club and they let the girls in. They were like, fuck, just still can't get you in.
Yeah, he was with all the douchebags at the club singing the Kanye song.
You know what? But this is a very good. So this is a very good example of something. The reason I thought this was an interesting story is I hope he doesn't rot in jail or anything. I don't want people to get harmed this way. But I think there's this larger issue with influencers, and I think you're seeing the law like basically cut down on it. You saw Vitaly go to jail in fucking the Philippines for fucking with people. I think these influencers think that the shit they do in Miami can translate basically anywhere with the same velocity and no one will give a shit. So they basically don't realize that Miami is like its own fucking country, like where basically whatever you do here, fine, it's fucked up, whatever. And yeah, it's just different here. And like you get away with so much shit generally that you think you can take that shit somewhere else and be like, I'm just gonna fucking do meth in the street, or I'm gonna do fucking something stupid, or I'm gonna pop these pills like everyone else does it. But you go to another state or you get to the airport, they look at you like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, it's like, you just can't do that shit. Like, and then take you to jail.
Arizona, especially. Arizona does not fuck around.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's the same. Like, fine, Florida maybe can speed more. You know, like people like are a little bit more relaxed on the speeding thing. Well, go to Virginia, drive fucking 5 over speed limit. You know, like you're getting a ticket. 10 over the speed limit, you're getting pulled over with 3 cops behind you. 15 over, you're going to jail. Like what I'm saying is like there's no like that leniency doesn't exist. So if you're making super speeding videos in Florida, well, you ain't going to be able to do that shit, you know, in DC and be like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just doing that shit because I'm a YouTuber. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, throw your ass in jail and make you an example. You know, like, they just like, don't give a shit.
Jack Doherty, like when he freaking spun his car out in the rain on live on Turnpike here.
Yeah. But I think it's this entitlement culture of like just, because I somehow make money off of this, I'm now allowed to do it anywhere.
But isn't that what society tells us?
So capitalism tells us this, right? But the larger problem is they somehow think because it's their job to get attention, that is now off of a different restriction, you know, or like when you fuck with people on the street, like in the Philippines, like they don't give a fuck. It's your job. Just don't fuck with people on the street. Like what I'm saying is there's consequences to that. Not everyone takes a joke the same way. You know, like you might think it's funny. People in Florida are used to being on camera all the time. Like whatever, it's that culture. It's fine. You go down to the country, they're like, girl, what are you doing? And it's like, yeah, they'll put your ass in jail. And it's like, I don't give a fuck. You know, they put his ass in jail and they didn't give a shit.
Well, even I Show Speed had to tone his shit down because he was too much for other countries.
Exactly. Look, it's like my language, right? Like I'm doing it here on the show, but if I was in a foreign country doing a podcast, I may feel very differently about the approach I take based on the culture there and the respect to the people that are in that culture or whatever's going on. Same with each state.
Yeah, you do one of those London podcasts and say what you say, you get arrested on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but that's true, right? Like this is a good example. So like, you have to tone down, you have to be very proper, you have to do the accent and all that shit and over there. Otherwise it doesn't work.
You have to do the accent.
Switch to T.
You have to do the accent.
Yeah, well, you have it naturally. Some of us don't.
Hey, man.
All right, and then we have another guy that got apparently called out by. So I'm not a fan of this fucking dude. Like I just don't like.
What are you a fan of?
I don't. That guy bought my 918. You know that?
The silver car?
Yeah, the silver car, silver and red car. He bought it, and he's really cheap.
How cheap?
Like he just wants to negotiate everything down to a penny. Like really cheap. Fucking. I swear to God. Like I don't really care. Like whatever he bought it, he didn't buy it from me. He bought it from the dealer that was consigning it. But I just don't like people like that generally. And I don't really care. A lot of people have asked me to have him on. A lot of people have said, you guys should do a podcast. I refuse to. He also had a bad character based on a friend of mine who is a car broker who, again, over cheap shit, just turned into a fucking problem with his tax issue. But I'm not a fan of this guy, but somehow he called out this guy named Mo, who's actually, he's in South Florida.
Mo Carney.
He hangs out with a lot of people we know, but I don't know. He's just always, he was at some point an exotic car hack student, like meaning he was buying cars in our community and stuff. And I was just like, always, like he was always weird. He was always nice, but he was always like something, like when you learn to read money, you learn to read bullshit. And the stories didn't add up and stuff. But anyways, he got called out on here for basically being poor, which is okay, whatever.
Well, like, we said it's not okay.
Nothing crazy. But then the worst part is then there was another show.
Mm-hmm.
There was another show that did a video on this clip specifically. And the video they did was breaking down all the lawsuits pending against him and how he has absolutely no money. But he's on YouTube pretending to be doing 30 apartments. Maybe he's buying some of these 100K apartments from Afghanistan too. I mean, but I just don't know where the fuck he's buying all this shit.
Where's the money coming from?
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. So,
it's like that kid. Remember that kid Dakota from a few years ago?
Yeah,
Who, like,
exactly.
all his watches to live in a trailer park.
It doesn't make any sense.
Sold all his watches to live in.
But this dude, not this guy, not Cameron, but the Mo Carney guy. Yeah, that video. The video exactly.
Yeah, he goes over all his.
Yeah, exactly. He goes over all this stuff. So this video is interesting to watch, but this also shows you, because when you end up on these podcasts, it's usually the beginning of the end, like where it triggers to the other hundreds of guys that are doing investigative journalism and find people, and we share it, other people share it, Ballerbuster shares it, and just becomes this never-ending fucking thing. It's almost like the Ethan Durans of the world living times 10, which also is pretending to still own a Bugatti, which is interesting too. Like, these guys never fucking learn their lesson. Like, it's just never ending. Like, the other giraffe was literally...
Vincent Fisher.
He literally gets repoed, loses all of his cars, and the next week he's like, DM me to learn how to build a 6-figure business. Like, you got to get the fucking hint and actually go build one and just piss off.
Are you going to lead me to someone that's going to show me how to do it? Because you don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
clearly.
I just don't understand these guys. Like, even when the grift's over, they still figure out like a way to...
They don't know any other way to do it. Like, if you're a grifter your whole life, you could become a president if you become
I just don't get them. But anyways, so that's terrible.
Get it?
That's terrible. And then one last thing before we get to cars, because there's a lot of shit to talk about in cars. They arrested the prince. Apparently the UK still gives a shit about the law.
Yeah.
So my thing is if they're willing to arrest royalty at this point, do you think that it's now they're changing their tone a little bit? But he's been out forever and they never did anything about it. And if they're going to arrest someone as big as him, do you think all the shoes are going to start to fall now?
So if they lose the midterm, yes.
Okay.
I think that's why they're so scared of losing the midterms.
Well, they're not going to let the midterms. They're going to try to not let the midterms happen.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they lose the midterms, I think that this is going to start getting worse. But I think that I don't think they're going to do anything about anybody specifically now. Like in the U.S.
And not even with the names that came out already, and nothing was done. Like Les Wexner.
I just don't see it. Like I don't see it. I mean, Lex Wexner, a couple of these guys they've started putting up front. I think they just know these are going to be default guys. Mm-hmm. Like they're going to start building cases around them so they can be like, oh, there's too much public pressure. We're going to take you to jail. Dude's old. He's already lived. They don't give a fuck. They'll basically sacrifice him to the lambs. Be like, whatever, you're the reason this shit happened. And it was you and the other guy, and that's it. Like, it's just two of you. But I think until you have people that are really interested in the truth, I don't think you're going to get it.
But I think the problem, too, is that you have this... So there's two things. First of all, with Prince Andrew, I don't follow UK politics very closely, but it's
He's not
out
popular either. Yeah.
Right. So, is the Labour Party, now that they're in power, just doing this to say, oh, we came at the crown, no one's, above the UK law? Probably. But with the Epstein stuff, you have this problem where he was outside of the island, like effectively a power connector. And he was always trying to network with all these people, had all these dinners with all these guys. So like, how do you really know? You don't know what's redacted in the files, but how do you really know how many of these people went to level 11 versus the ones that just like had dinner in an apartment in Manhattan because they were into Bitcoin or,
Yeah, but I think that it's more than that. I think you have enough evidence to follow the rabbit hole down. And the problem is that they're not interested in the rabbit hole. So the argument is because they know what leads down that rabbit hole. That's the thing. You know what I mean? If you know what's at the end of the rabbit hole, even if you don't know how to connect what's at the bottom to what's at the top, if you're really interested in truth, well, you figure out what the connections are. Even if it's a 5-year investigation, you eventually do it. But the first sweetheart deal and the second deal and like all these things and trying to avoid it. And the hearing, that was a disaster of just what am I going to arrest everybody who's part of this? And it's like, yeah.
Oh, if we arrest everyone, the system will collapse. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
we're
it's
down
already
for that.
collapsed. It's just already gone. Like no one gives a fuck about your system anymore. So that's like, but that's unfortunate.
I mean, and it's again like they're not saying, they're saying the quiet thing out loud now. They're saying it to your face, and no one is doing anything about it.
Yeah, listen, there's always more to a story. Sometimes you go down the rabbit hole and you disvalidate half the stories, and you see half these people. You're correct, maybe where they just didn't do anything, or they're the ones that blew the whistle, whatever, and more power to them. Then be clear. Then. Yeah, your friends might go to jail, but if your friends are bad guys, that's okay. Meaning they might have to face that consequence because they're just bad guys. Like, even if they're nice to you, they're still bad fucking people. Like, that's the thing. The law is not about who's nice to you and who's not nice to you. We have a law because we have some baseline of agreeing that this is how we coexist in a society. And you can break certain laws, like you can speed and you can have some kind of payment for that speeding, right? Like, and it's like, hey, I sped, I broke the law, you caught me, I'm going to pay my fine. And you're paying to contribute to the system to continue to enforce other people not speeding. That's what you're doing when you're paying a fine. So when you're doing shit that's totally fucking illegal, right? And it's destroying other people's lives, not just speeding and doing yours, well, you have to pay more than a fine, right? You stole other people's experiences of life. Now they steal yours. They put your ass in jail. That's how this works.
Yeah, take your time.
It's not fun. Obviously, I'm sure if you've amassed a ton of money, you might go to a better jail than if you're broke and, in the middle of a shithole place. But it doesn't change the fact they still got to go to jail. Like, it's like the Wolf of Wall Street thing. You fucked up, you're going to jail. Doesn't matter that, like, I get it. Like, your crime to you is not bad. The people you paid off was not bad.
Who do we hurt?
You still got to go to jail.
Still got to go to jail.
It is what it is. Yeah. It's unfortunate. But, I don't think they're going to get anywhere. Do we have anything good on cars? Can we talk about something positive instead of the hell that outside of my cars?
Audi released the RS5.
It's a depressing fucking story, too.
It starts off so good, and then they just rip your soul out.
Very depressing story.
So they gave us this 631 horsepower, 2.9 liter twin turbo V6 with a plug-in hybrid and all the cool bells and whistles.
Can someone in the comments explain to me why do they do this shit? Why can't we have this wagon, but we have an RS6? Like, why? When people want this shit and nobody in Europe wants this shit, then why is it in America we can't have this shit?
It's like a government. We want this. No, you don't want this.
It's not a crash rating thing. It's the same fucking car. They're giving us this one. They should give us that one.
It's literally just Americans don't like wagons. That's literally.
But that's not true. Like, the RS6 proved that. Like, we bought it. We bought the shit ton
E63,
of it.
M5 Touring.
We're buying them.
We're buying them.
We're buying them. So fucking give us this. Like, it's really simple. I don't understand. Give us limited numbers. Fine. Make it even more valuable. Give us like 1,000 units and be like, that's all we're going to give you. Like, we're going to give you 1,000. And we'll make it 20% more expensive.
People still buy it.
We'll buy it. Yeah.
Nope, can't do that. So we're going to get the one on the left.
Which is ugly as fuck.
The sedan. It's all we're going to get.
Stupid.
I still think it's a pretty car. Obviously, we know that Avant is substantially
that's
more.
pretty.
That's gorgeous.
That's average. That with wheels and a drop will look fucking amazing.
That's sick.
Yeah.
But
Like, that looks like a fucking Macan. That doesn't even look like a car.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they went a little extreme on the tailpipes. Just a hair, like
we
2%.
have an RS7 already. We don't need this fucking thing. It's not necessary.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
This is very pretty.
And it's going to be we know it's going to be a monster. 600 horsepower. It's going to fly. It's going to be great.
Unless they've redesigned the RS6 too, and the RS6 looks even hotter. The Avant, I'm saying if they redesign the RS6 Avant and we're going to get that and that's smoking hot, then fine. I'll take a better version of a fucking better wagon than
Well,
RS5.
they're getting rid of the S6 altogether now.
So what I'm saying is this is replacing the RS5, like it's replacing the RS6 Avant, then I don't know why we shouldn't get this. I don't understand.
Because people...
Dude, they made a $220,000 fucking version of this thing with a wide body kit, like for the RS6. And people bought that shit and it was retarded.
Of course.
It was ugly as fuck. It was white and orange and fucking like multicolor, like someone was blind building it. Somehow it's like...
Dude, it works. It
works, exactly.
It works.
And like people want it here. Like they'll pay money for it.
Like, because it works specifically in the situation.
Give us what we want.
They don't do that. You know they don't do that.
Yes.
They're like, what do you guys want? That? No.
Yeah, well, the world is fucked. So anyways.
Moving on. There's a 918 Resto mod coming.
Why is it Resto mod?
Well, that's what they're calling it.
And that don't look like a 918 Resto mod, nothing.
Well, that's where it's going to become. There you go. Look at that. They're going to shoehorn a V12 into it, which is, I think,
I don't think anyone's going to do this shit. Yeah. I don't think they're out of their fucking mind if they do this. They got a Revolta dash with a car that doesn't look as good as the original, just with a crazy front end. Like, I'm sorry, it's just...
Yeah. So it's going to be based on 918 Spider. It can be option with a V8, a V10, or a V12, and they're only going to make 50 units.
Yeah, I can see that. They'll probably sell 10. Stupid.
And
any other exciting news?
2 years out. Let's see what else we got.
Or you got only stupid shit back to back. $400?
400R one is going to go for $1 million.
Yep.
How much is your...
this isn't worth shit. 320. Yeah.
320?
I think it's all like 300K.
300K? Well, maybe if it goes for $1 million.
This is ugly.
Well, I mean, it's ugly in the sense of what? Like, this is one of like the most iconic Skylines made.
So old and ugly. Like Supra is on 500K cars. Like that's basically what it is.
All you need is one guy.
Yeah, we're not arguing someone will buy it. Yeah. There's an idiot that paid $400,000 for a fucking Integra. Like, what? The yellow fucking one. Moron. Like, there's another guy that paid $400K for an NSX. You could have fucking bought, but a used Comtech supercharger, put on another one. Like, there's an idiot everywhere. I'm not questioning that, but it still doesn't make the market because someone's willing to do it. Like, if someone wants a yellow Integra because they have every yellow car and they're willing to pay $1 million for it, does not set the market at $1 million because 8 other people after will be like, I have a yellow Integra, I'll sell it. And they're like, I'll give you $85,000 for it. And they're like, well, I thought I was going to get at least $350. And it's like, yeah, sorry, it's not even going to bring $10, you know? So, yeah, I just don't see it. And I mean, Skylines are fucking huge disappointments, to be clear.
What do you mean?
The R34, like GTR, was a piece of shit.
They're not cool to drive stock.
It drives like a Maxima. It's fucking stupid.
And it has less power than a Maxima, which is funny.
Fucking stupid. Like,
the Maxima has really 40 more horsepower.
I don't understand why people like these cars.
Because we didn't have them.
I know, but now we do. But now we do. They're old enough. Like, we can buy them. Like,
but they're a bajillion dollars to buy them. Like, it's like you can't pick up a... Well, 5 years ago you could, but right now you can't pick up a GTST for less than $20,000. And no one's got $20,000. The guys that are gonna buy
what is a GTST?
Like a basement,
the rear-wheel drive
version of it. Like you can't even
$20,000.
Yeah, the cheap versions are $25,000.
Okay, but what are we talking about? What's $20,000? Like I'm talking about like $200,000-$300,000. Like
no, I'm saying like they were affordable before, but even now they've got so expensive that the people that are going to buy them can't.
So you're saying $200,000-$300K is expensive?
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. Super expensive.
For a Maxima, I agree. Yeah.
But it's essentially what it is.
But you can buy a used one with like mods and shit for like $150,000-$200,000. Yeah, which is probably better than a clean, low mileage piece of shit Maxima looking thing.
Yeah. So going.
Anyways,
thanks, Mark.
We did that. What else?
Jalopnik, you always talk about cars that are... Thanks, Mark. You're doing great. Collector cars that are coming down in price that are supposed to shoot up later. Things that we always talk about. And one of them...
Poverty edition?
There's a couple poverty ones, but one of them that we talk about is the Dodge Viper. Because we have one downstairs. And
they're saying it will be eventually. I actually enjoy driving this car. I know it's a piece of shit, total piece of shit. Everything inside's plastic. It rattles like a motherfucker, but...
Well, because you have a second gen.
Yeah, but cool car to drive. The first one's even worse.
Awful. Yeah, you can't even put the windows down.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't even think it had windows. I thought it had plastic.
Had plexi.
Yeah, plastic glass. Yeah.
No AC.
Yeah, but I think the new ones they drive good. They're good driver cars. The ACR Extreme that I have in the 2017 is an amazing car too.
How's the market on those? Like, how do they...
I didn't buy it to like make money. I thought it would be cool to drive around, fuck around with, and rest them on it a little bit. Because it's just old and crappy, you know. But
not even crappy. Like
it's a crappy car. It's garbage.
It's a Dodge.
It's a Dodge. It's total. Just like the GTR is a Maxima. It's fucking junk. Yeah.
And then the other one would have been that.
I used to own one of these.
You did?
I used to own one of the first ones in the fucking country.
Was it a V?
Yeah.
Back at VIP days.
Yeah. Like no, back. You know, I was fucking like This was before I had a 911.
Did you have
Before I had a Gamella,
Do you have a picture of it?
It was a 2004, I think. It was the first year it came out. And I had it like literally as soon as it came out. I paid all the money for it, like full sticker or whatever. It was unbelievably good. And I ended up suing Cadillac for it because it was a lemon and the top kept breaking. And it was broken like 15 times on the warranty. And then I just sued them. Yeah, I sued them. It was one of the first hardtops to come out. They didn't even have a V series then. It was just a base.
The North Star.
The normal. Yeah, the normal
32
one.
valve North Star.
And it was such a thing. I would get so much pussy with this thing, like everywhere, like driving around Virginia, and people were like, "Whoa, what is that?" Like super, like cool. And when I lemoned it and sold it, that's when I got my SC430 Lexus because it was more chilled.
That's another one of the first hardtops.
Like very first hardtop because I went from one to the next because I was like, I like the hardtop idea, but I just
Isn't it funny how that car went from baller to a girl's car in like 3 years?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the California T. All the guys driving, I'm like, yeah. Exactly. No, like
Or the Amafli.
yeah, exactly. It's even all super too. Is there anything good on the list?
Yeah.
They're saying these cars tanked, but
Miami Concours.
oh, that was good. That was John Tamarian's event. with
Really good
David.
event. All the media that came out of it was really cool. They did a spectacular job. Shout out to John for kicking ass with that shit because it looked fucking
They had some heavy cars.
heavy fucking cars.
Yeah,
Were there. Heavy hitters were there, but look at come on.
yeah.
dude. Look
That's
at
the
that.
Cargo car, right?
Yep.
This
one.
purple. Yeah.
This one I've seen this one
This one
out.
I've seen around.
This is an
That's
old
a
dude.
Miami. That's a Miami car.
Yeah, it's an old dude that drives
Brett
that.
David, Miami sold that. Yeah,
I always see him around.
I've seen it on their Instagram. Yeah. I'm
Have
50
you
on these
driven
cars. No, I keep telling Brett I want to go down when he has one to drive.
He has
I
a
don't see
bunch
myself.
of them now.
I don't see myself driving this in the street. It's kind of weird.
Look at that peeking in the back.
It's interesting looking though as part of a collection. Two
Yeah.
looks like a jet fighter. 2+2. Can't really get ahead if the person is behind you though.
You get reach rounds though.
Nah, it'd be hard. Like a very
It should be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You got a good one in
There you go.
The sounds you guys.
We need to get the bottom.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, no.
that one doesn't work, Mike. So this is
Good
it.
try though. Good try.
Actually, wait, bring up that side view again. That's actually kind of cool.
It's a cool looking.
It's a cool looking car. Yeah. I think it's a very unique, cool looking design. Apparently, it's American too, and it's 3D printed or something.
3D printer. Wow.
I don't know what that means.
No, I don't know what it means, but I can totally see someone stepping on that side skirt on the way out and destroy
Yeah.
the hell
You don't know
out
what
of that
3D
thing.
printing, like how it actually works?
Well, I don't know how they 3D print.
I know how 3D printing
So you
works.
basically
but-
fit the fiber comes in like a tube. You can change the density of it to make it strong enough to be a car.
Okay.
And you put it into a computer program that has the exact shape and everything. And this little stick basically like spits it out in layers, which just goes layer.
How long does it take to print a door?
a long time.
A long time.
Oh.
It heats the material up, and then you.
Yeah, it's just a form of creating.
Yeah, but you don't have. But like traditionally, you use like these big like molds,
Uh-huh,
and
yeah.
you inject the stuff in. You clamp it
Yeah,
down.
You get a lot of waste.
So this just does one layer of heat at a time.
Okay, and it's better. Like
Yeah, it's way cheaper
I
to.
understand.
The machine costs money.
But how come the cars are more expensive then?
Because it takes
Because
so
the
much more
machine
time.
costs-
Oh,
Yeah.
It takes
so
a
it's
lot
like
of
the
time.
battery for the electric thing, where it's
Yeah.
like it takes, it's better, but it's not because you're swapping the cost.
Well, it's
somewhere else.
still probably cheaper. So like a lot of the cost of making stuff the traditional way, the mold way, is making the molds, and like even to make like a front lip for a car, just to make the mold is like $200,000, and then you have
I
to sell a
understand.
shit ton of front lips. So if they're only making 50 units, it's actually cheaper to
Alright.
3D print it, even though it's expensive.
Okay. Well, I learned something new today.
Yeah, it's a cool. It'll.
Can
They
you
did-
3D print hot chicks?
Yes.
Probably soon.
Yeah. No, and they can be mobile. It's the weird part
What the hell is wrong with you?
because that's the new thing he learned today.
Oh, okay.
Every episode, Mark learns something new. But yeah, oh look, all the Temerario. I didn't even know there was that many down here.
Not a fan of that car.
Not exciting.
What don't you like about it?
It's a fucking no creativity, little Revuelto with no noise. I just don't get it. Like I don't get the view of it. These cars I don't understand either. Valkyrie's too much for the street. I don't get that part either. That's cool.
Such a timeless.
That's
car.
a fucking
It's
cool.
Such a timeless car, man.
I would if that shit wasn't like some fucking retarded number. I would buy
What
one.
are they- what are they
I
at
don't
now?
know. I don't know. Too expensive. If it's
Oh,
that
it's fine.
curated, it's fucking 10 times what the price of the thing is on the street. I mean, it's not. Cars like that don't have value because like they don't have value that's like market wise because you don't have so many. You have one every 5 years that crosses the line. Whatever someone's willing to pay for it to have it. They're like 10 million, 5 million, 15 million. They're like,
39 million.
yeah, and it's like then you're like, is my car worth 39 million? I don't know. Like whatever at that moment that person wants to pay.
Brett was out there, of course, in full force with
Yeah.
every single Lamborghini on the planet. Oh, and clearly they sponsored the event.
These things are weird too.
Morgans?
Yeah, there's this weird place in Fort Lauderdale that sells these things. I'm not a fan of them.
They just made a new one that looks a little bit more modern and it has like a big sick V8, so it's like a track, like road track oriented.
This is like a Z4 chassis or something.
Yeah,
right?
It's based on it's all BMW shit on the inside.
Because if you look at the shifter, that's the only way I knew when I saw it at the mall. They had one at the mall, and I was looking at it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I got to sit in one at Brett's a long time ago.
Like I get the idea of it, it's modernized wrestling, but it's not modernized enough. And it's like they were better off if they would have made a hot version of this that's like modern, not like a Restomod. They would have been doing better if it was like a fully new car. I was like, hey, this is a Morgan like prototype, type fucking thing that uses the same headlight concept, but it's just really weird looking. It just doesn't flow properly. Do you have anything on the Ferrari Amafli?
Yeah. So it was just reviewed.
Because this is new.
This thing. The Amafli, not Amafli. Like the Amafli Coast.
The Ferrari Muff Divers. Call it that. Review.
That's a good one.
Yeah. The Ferrari Muff Diving 101.
So this is Ferrari's new whatever it is. V8
It's a Roma,
It's a Roma.
basically, like an enhanced Roma. Yeah. And a new interior. I think it has a really good new.
And it has that new like front. They didn't paint it black.
Believe it or
still
not,
has
I
it.
actually thought the Roma design minus the front grille was really decent for a Vantage competitor. Like I thought for what it was.
300 grand.
Yeah, like it down for an entry level product. I thought it was good looking. And then there was a lot of companies like Novitec, Mansory started making kits for them. They started looking really like wow factor and exciting. I don't know how wow factor and entry level Ferrari gets, but what I'm saying is it was actually a better product than people gave it credit for. I wouldn't fucking drive one, but it's cute. And I thought the Spider was cool.
Yeah,
it looked cool, whatever. Just soft top, it's still good looking. Like the front end, they fixed the grill at least. So, since they fixed all this shit, right?
The front looks way
better. So what I'm saying is that was my only complaint about the Roma's like design was the front grille that was integrated in the bumper. It's just really bizarre.
I mean, it's a cool car. I wouldn't have shown it in green, but yeah. It's one of the new cars.
But go to the interior. Yeah, like just go to one of these interior. No, go back up. Yeah, like you see how they kind of took the Portofino interior and they kind of put it in. Mm-hmm. The old Roma used to have that middle ground, like the F80, like that thing that goes around, which I thought was cool. But this is a more functional interior, and I think they fixed the steering wheel now because they're putting buttons on them instead of like digitizing.
The SF90. Yeah, the haptic
buttons. The SF9296 for shit.
It has those haptic buttons that are fucking awkward.
Really fucking awkward.
What is the obsession with the second screen now? Every car has it now. And
my Escalade V has that.
Like, what's the
novelty? Kids can watch YouTube in it. Yeah.
Oh, is that just the novelty? Yeah, but you can't. You don't want that while you're driving.
Well, I can't see it. That's the funny thing. So when you look, depending on the angle,
like privacy screen,
you can't even see it. Yeah, you can't even.
But still, like, where's the novelty?
Well, I don't see it in a Ferrari, but I think the one thing it does generally, it's cool if you have a weird stereo system, is you can play sometimes with the front and back of the music, whatever. But then. Like in this case, the fucking middle thing is the music. So like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like you're not that
far away. You're just as far or whatever. So, I guess a cool gimmick that they get to charge you for. But originally, when it came out on the F12, it was a cool idea.
But it was just the
it was a cool idea and it was unique. But I didn't really see. But if I think about it, my mom always yells at me when I'm in the car and the car's loud because she thinks I'm racing, even though I'm like going like fucking 10 miles an hour. She's like. Go slow. I'm like, I'm going 10 miles an hour. It's 35. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like the possum on the side of the road's beating us. Raccoons like fucking beating us to the end. And she'll just be like, go slow. So if it would be good for her to see the tachometer and be like, you see, I'm not speeding, but yet she can't see technology anyway.
She'll still get in the sports cars with you?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, she can't get out when she gets in. It takes like 45 minutes to get her out. Like, I need to like really like figure out the angle so I don't break her back. But I'm having struggle getting in and out too now.
Like, P1, we're set up.
Bro, like my knee's fucking dead. Like
it's a young man's game, dude.
Yeah, you don't realize that shit. All right, it's really bad. That's all we had.
We have a couple questions in the chat.
We do?
Yeah.
People want to talk to us.
They want to talk to us. Actually, there's how many people were watching today? We
got 300 views and.
There's 45 people watching right now.
45 people watching. The same 45. All right. Here's a question.
What is PJ's thoughts on people breaking down their limited spec watches to melt down the gold casings?
No relevance. Something that happens every time. Every time gold goes up, jewelers use that as marketing to try to value their watches more because they go, I could just melt it. Historically, unless it's old, you don't really melt it.
What do you mean old?
Meaning it's an old-ass vintage watch that's totally useless and worthless. Like, you're not going to melt it. Like it's just again, you could technically if the gold had doubled, and the watch was so cheap because nobody wanted it. But generally, it's a flawed marketing strategy.
Okay. Do you think the Aston Martin is the best manufacturer at the moment in terms of design?
I think they're the most improved manufacturer at
By
the
a
moment
long
in
shot.
terms of by
Long
far.
shot.
Like the Valhalla, the Valkyrie, the Vanquish, the DB12S, like even the DBX 770. Like the interiors, the exterior, like where they were to where they're going. Like
Dude, 100%.
2 years ago, it was Bentley when they introduced the new GT. It was just fucking unbelievable for what it was to where it went. It was just night and day. Product became really good. But I think Aston Martin right now on the exterior design of their cars, improvement wise, even the new Vantage is just fucking
I really want to.
Dude, they
beautiful.
nailed it.
Like very pretty car. Even the front end of the old Vantage V12 I had was shit. I thought it looked like a Miata. The new Vantage?
Yeah.
I wouldn't order a Vantage.
Such a nice car.
That's like
Not even like the AMR?
meaning there's poverty on my
Yeah,
scale
but
of collection.
Buy one to have it, review it, and tell.
Nah, it's just.
Well,
I
not
mean,
even
it's going to depreciate like a rock, so that's not going to change. It's still going to drop 50%. So
Not even like the AMR F1 edition, like the
it's also going to drop even worse.
The F1 editions are the worst.
Yeah, so they're going to drop even worse.
base
So,
one.
so like the Vanquish, I might have one soon, to review and talk about, but I won't really review a Vantage. But when Hunter maybe gets a Vantage to sell as a dealer,
Yeah.
I might borrow it for like 2 days and drive it around. And I think I'll probably be impressed by it because they fixed the interior, which was a
Right.
big issue with the
Engine's
Vantage.
great.
Engine has always been decent, never an issue, so they've improved that. And the exterior design is now like fucking 9 out of 10 instead of like a 7 out of 10. So
And you can see it in the tech too. All the tech now is super nice. PJ, why not an F12 TDF? I think that's the last Pininfarina. That was a good looking Ferrari.
I would buy one. Prices are gone. Prices are far. That's all. Like not a bad, like I buy cars. I don't like driving Ferraris anyways, but I think the F12 TDF drives better than the A12 Competizione. I would say generally that you have a better bet. You have a much, much better bet across the board owning a car like A12 right now based on the pricing index of what you can buy TDF versus an A12 for. The A12 is undervalued, the TDF's overvalued. So, they have that play where I think down the road it's going to adjust, and I think there's more upside in the A12 comp.
And last one. Hey, PJ, what's going to happen in Q2? Can you give us a report?
In Q2, I don't know what happens.
Like a prediction on Q2.
More gangbangs?
I hope that answered your question.
I don't know what else would happen.
9/11 Leone.
You see, he laughs so hard, he can't even get the touches on the but he's still looking for his thing.
I forgot where the buttons are. You guys
We
broke,
lost Mark halfway through.
broke Mark.
Anyways,
Or here, what are your thoughts on hacking a Ferrari FF or GT4 Lusso? I like that car.
nah, I
No?
think they're both shit.
Okay.
If I had to pick one, I'd pick a newer one because the FF was a total fucking disaster.
The FF, you have a problem with the transmissions and the transfer cases.
Yeah, I mean, it's just terrible product. Like the GTC4 Lusso, you may like it or not, but it's a better product. Like it's just not an old crappy product. Like
that one is-
for example, like the 12C McLaren, garbage product. The 650S is decent product. And take away the looks, you might like the old one or not. But some of these cars are just so new to the manufacturer that they just fucking they just build them wrong. And then they're like, we didn't have them on the road for like 100,000 miles to know how fucking nothing worked in it. And then they fix it. Then you get a better generation that looks better, fits better components, and it just works. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
They're done talking right
We're
now.
going to have to get back to the bracket challenge next week after our 31st. We got to put,
All of them together.
yeah, we got to decide what kind of logo we're going to do. We
We have one that someone that works with us submitted. That's actually pretty.
I want to just point out one last thing. We're going to go here. We have how many years of experience between all of us? 20 years.
More.
Of media
Between
experience.
us?
Yeah.
Probably more.
Longer than 20 years, 30 years. I've asked for 10 times for this photo with that fucking Hermes thing to leave, and somehow they brought back the old Hermes photo again after it went away for 10 fucking episodes.
Came back.
So I'd just like to point out that anyone who'd like to apply for a job to take any of these positions, please do so. Send me a resume. Just make sure you have at least 10 minutes of media experience because you'll probably do better. All right. See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.